So to start the project, I decided to grab a piece of butternut. The piece I was grabbing was the perfect one because it's already kind of thin. And since I'm making a wall hanger, it doesn't need to be really large or anything. Plus, I'm going for the rustic look, so I won't have to plane it or joint an edge or anything to worry about perfect edges. So it really was kind of the perfect piece. Gotta turn on the old pencil sharpener. And yes, you heard me correct. This is how I sharpen the pencils at the shop. We've had many pencil sharpeners. I dare you to find one that's better than this. You can't, so don't try. So what I'm doing here is marking the center of my piece for the CNC machine. If you didn't know, you can find the center of a board just by going and making a straight line between opposite corners. And where the lines meet is your center. And again, the beauty of doing something that is supposed to be kind of rough is that it doesn't actually have to be perfect. So. I love watching the CNC work. It's really, like I said before in another video, I could just watch it go the entire day. Not real productive to do that, but I could do it. Alright, I'm going to try and cut this bevel, the arrow shape, but I want it to be rustic, but I went ahead and made it symmetrical anyway, because I can't help myself, I guess. If you guys want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Yeah, so that most annoying sound in the world is a horrendous screech that the bandsaw makes. While I was editing, I decided probably shouldn't put that in, because that's ear bleeding. But anyway, so yeah, there I'm just kind of making a rough cut. Here I'm just spray painting where I had CNC'd the letters and stuff black. I do this because once I sand it off, the letters will remain black, and so will the little horse design there on the left. And it really just makes it pop out more and make it easier to see. So that's just the air gun blowing the dust out of the lettering. And what I'm doing here, I'm taking the corners and I'm running it on the rounded edge of the edge sander. What I'm doing is trying to make little notches in it that make it look like it's a little bit more hand hewn or hand carved. I know it's obviously not, but it gives a pretty neat effect. You for sure want to have your hands out of the way of the belt sander when you're using it. Don't do what I do at home. Don't try this at home, whatever. Because I have got my fingertips sanded. So believe it or not, this is a valid way to distress your projects. And we want this to be nice and distressed, you know, because I don't know if I mentioned this in the video yet. This is for a friend of mine, and he was the best man in my wedding, and he has so many hours playing Skyrim. And we used to talk Skyrim a lot, but he was a scumbag and moved to North Carolina, so he gets the piece I can distress. Gotta be something else I can do to this, though. This'll do. Just remembered I had another way of distressing this at my disposal. So it appears I was working out some pent-up sadness with my friend moving away. No, but it is fun to do distressing like that because it seems silly, but it really does work. and hopefully you guys will be able to see pretty well the character that it puts in it by slamming it in the gravel and banging it off of trees. Yeah, so anyway, so what I got here is a blowtorch, and I'm just trying to cook the wood, basically. Make it look scorched and whatnot. If you haven't played Skyrim, I don't know where you've been in life, but there's a lot of dragons and stuff, so I thought, oh, I'll just use fire. Fire-breathing dragons, whatever. I think it looks pretty neat, though. I'm not always looking to use the burned technique on things. Like, it's a neat finish, but I don't think I'd want it on just anything, you know? But it seemed like the perfect project to do, to break out the blowtorch on. Yeah, I was trying to be mindful not to hold the flame on for too long because I didn't want to cook the paint out of the carving.
And now for my final act, for that little bit of realism, a little bit of lighter fluid, starter fluid rather. Just see what it does. Looks pretty sick. I should have planned for putting it out better. Yeah. Yeah, that might be on fire a little longer than I thought. In fact, it is. Stop it now. Stop it. Quit it. Yeah, just like I planned. Beautiful.
So you guys remember earlier when I said don't try this at home? Also that. Don't do that. Like I said, I didn't really plan on putting it out, which was short-sighted, but I got it out. Anyway, so I'm just giving this a quick sanding, just trying to get some of the charcoal stuff off before I put the clear coat on. And this is the clear coat. It's the same one I use on pretty much everything. It's just a water-based one. And this is going to be an interior product, so it really shouldn't have any kind of weathering or whatever. So I was debating at this point if I should resand this, because I got a lot of, what's the word? A lot of darkness where the lettering is. And I was afraid that was kind of taken away, so it was like hard to see. But I decided to leave it only because it maybe adds to the realism of it being not like perfectly done. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. You can see there I'm kind of trying to get some of the darkness out. And I wanted to avoid it looking like I had just like outlined the letters with the fire, you know. So I think a little bit of it being a little darker than I wanted isn't that big of a deal. So this is the wax that I put on my previous projects. It's just like a finishing wax. You put it over your finish. Kind of gives it a little bit of a luster. Kind of just another layer of protection. Yeah, I do like this stuff. The only downside is that sometimes when you're doing the wax on like a carving, some of the wax kind of builds up inside the carving area, and I don't think I showed on this, but afterwards I had to kind of scrape those out. And I was putting the little alligator clip on the back so he can hang it, and that's gonna do it. Here is the final product. Hope you guys liked it. If you want to see more, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll try and get some more stuff out for you. Thanks. Bye.